In this video, we are going to do two questions from the chapter Arithmetic Progression, class 10th. Let's begin with the first question here. So question says we have got 200 logs. These are logs as you can see, and they are to be stacked in the following manner, like 20 in the bottommost, then 19, then 18, and so on. And what we have to find out is how many rows are there. That means we have to calculate the number of rows, right? So let's first write down the information. That means we have 20 logs in the first row, then 19, then 18, and so on. So this is clearly in AP with A, which is the first term as 20, and the common difference D, which is 19 minus 18, which is minus 1. We can also see that the total number of logs, right, that is Sn, not N. This is total number of logs are how many of them? Sn, which is 200. So we have to find out the number of logs, that is N is what the question mark. So we are going to apply this formula that of Sn, and what is it? Sn is equal to N over 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1d. 2a plus n minus 1d. Now let's plug in the values that we have. We have Sn, which is 200. I can replace. N is what we have to get 2 times a, and a is how much? 20. So 2a is what? 40 plus n is missing minus 1, and d from here is what? Minus 1. Now, if I further simplify it, I'm transposing 2 to the left-hand side, so it will be multiplied with 200. So we'll get how much? 400 is equal to n. This is 40. And if I open this bracket, it's going to be n multiplied by minus 1 is minus n, and minus 1 multiplied by 1 is plus 1. So check, we got 400 equals, and if I solve this, this is 40 plus 1 is 41. And so if I open the bracket, it's 41n with n multiplied and minus n square. Now what I'll do, I'll write them in the standard form, keeping all terms in the left-hand side. So we got a quadratic equation. And from the factors of 400, we have to get 41. So what you can observe that I can write this 41. I can write this 41 here. Let me show you. As what? This is 400. 400 is what? 25 into 16. So I can write this as minus 25n minus 16n plus 400 equals 0. So let me once again tell you what we are doing here. We have split the middle term, and the middle term is split like this. So now what you can do here is to take common. What is the common between first two terms? Is n, so it's n minus 25. Common from the last two term is minus 16. So we'll again n minus 25 equals 0. So finally we have n minus 25 and n minus 16 equals 0. Now we'll be equating this with 0, right? We'll be equating both of them with 0. So let's say if I equate n minus 25 with 0, we'll get 25, and then n will get 16. So as of now, we have two possible answers, but we should realize that n cannot take two values here, right? So we have to justify which is correct. For that, we'll be finding the number of logs in the topmost row, that is nth term. So we are going to get an here. So for that, I'll make some space here. So what we will find here, the number of log in the topmost row, that is an. So an is what? A plus n minus 1d. So taking n as, we are taking n here as what? Say 25 in the first go. So this is A25, right? So it will come as what? A which is 20, right? A we have placed as 20 plus taking n as 25 is 25 minus 1 and d which was minus 1. So we got an as what? 20 plus. This is how much? 25 minus 1 is 24. 24 multiplied by minus 1 is coming as minus 24. So an comes out to be minus 4. Now check. We cannot number of logs in the topmost row or any place. It cannot be negative. Number of logs cannot be negative. So we'll discard this value. Now we'll find number of logs taking n as 16. So we'll find out, let's say if I do so, this is what I'm getting this time, A16, which is A plus n minus 1d. So A is what here? A is 20 plus n is 16. So placing 16 here, 16 minus 1 is 15 and d is clearly minus 1. So this is 20 minus 15 is equal to 5. So this is possible. So we'll say that how many logs are there in the topmost row. So we had two parts here to, to find the number of logs in the topmost row. The answer is what? 5. And then before that, we also had to find out in how many rows are there. So the number of rows will be clearly 16 here. Now let's move to the next part. And that second part, it says the sum of the third and the seventh term of an AP is 6 and their product is 8. So what is the formula for the nth term, right? Using this formula, an is equal to a plus n minus 1d. If I say the sum of the third term will be what? A plus 2d, like replacing n here. And the seventh term is what? A plus 6d, like placing n as 7 here. Is given as how much? That's given as 6. Now further it says their product. That means we are given a plus 2d multiplied by a plus 6d is equal to 8. Now in the first part, what we have to find out, this is only one part, is to get sum of first 16 terms. That means S16 is what we have to get. Now first we are going to simplify this part of this equation. So a plus a is 2a. That is 2a plus 2d plus 4d is what? 8d is equal to 6. Now I'll simplify further by taking 2 as common. So this comes out to be, right, we got this. We got one relation. Now, instead of solving this, you should go for substitution. What I mean to say that instead of finding the value here, instead of expanding this, right, we should do substitution to convert them into single variable. What I'm going to do is to obtain a from here. Like if I write a here, a comes out to be 3 minus 4d. And I'm going to replace this a here. That's way it will be simplified. So check here. I'm going to replace this a, and a is what? 3 minus 4d, and there is plus 2d. That multiplied by a. Again, there is a. I'm replacing a with 3 minus 4d, and there is plus 60 here, is equal to 8. Now check, this is minus 4d plus 2d will give you what? Minus 2d. And this is 3 minus 4 plus 6 is what? Positive 2d is equal to 8. Now check here. This is an identity of a plus b into a minus b, which is a square minus b square. That is 3 square minus 4d, or I can show the working here. 2d whole square is equal to 8. 3 square is what? 9. 9 minus 2 square, that is 4d square, comes out to be 8. Now, what I can do further is to use this space in the solving of the later part. So now if I do this working over here, this is 9 minus 8 is equal to 4d square. So 9 minus 1 is how much? 9 minus 1, or let's keep this space here only. For the reason because I'll be doing substitution here only. Continuing with the working here only. So we have 9 minus 1, that is 9 minus 8 is what? 9 minus 8 is what? 1 is equal to 4d squared. So d square is 1 by 4. So d is not half, it is plus minus half. Now check, we got two possible values of d. So in this equation, if I place d as positive half, what I'm getting a as, this is 3 minus 4 into half. This gives you a as how much? A as 3 minus 1 is 2. So one more time, when I took d as half, right? What we got a as, when we took d as half, we got a as 2. This is what you have to keep in mind. Now, similarly, there can be other possible values. Let's check for the other possible values here. Now, when I place, I have a space above I can use. Let's check. When I take t as negative half, as I said, we have two values of t. Then from here, that is a, what is a? A is 3 minus 4 times d, and d is minus half. So this get cancelled. So a comes out to be 3 minus minus plus. So a comes out to be 5. Now this is the second such value. Now, as you know, we have to get Sn. For that, I'll be applying formula. So Sn is what? Sn is equal to n over 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1d. Now in the first go, I'll be taking a as 2 and d as half. So what we are going to get, n over 2, n is, right? We have to find the sum of first 16 terms, right? So we have to take n as 16. So 16 over 2. 16 over 2 bracket 2 times a, as you said, a is this, 2 into 2 plus n minus 1, 16 minus 1 is 15, and d is positive half here. So now you see Sn we get as what? 16 over 2 is what? 8. And 2 into 2 is 4 plus 15 over 2. Now continuing with this is 8. This is how much? 19 over 2. Can reduce it by 4 times. So this gives us Sn as 19 into 2, right? Now 19 into 4. And what is 19 into 4? 76. Now we'll still be finding one more value of Sn, this time taking d as this and a as this. So applying the same formula, I'm going to replace n as 16 over 2 bracket 2 times a, and a is 5. So 2 times 5 is what? 10 plus n minus 1, and n is 16. 16 minus 1 is 15, and d is negative half. So this is 16 over 2 is what? 8 bracket 10 plus, this is not plus, it will be minus this time. Plus minus is minus, 15 over 2. Continuing with the working, what I get, this as 8, and over here is what? 20 minus 15, that is 5, right? 5 over 2, solving this. So this get reduced, and I get Sn as 20. Let me cross check it. This is 10 minus 15 is 5, 5 by 2. 8 multiplied by 5 by 2 to get cancelled. Yeah. So we'll have two possible answer here. One is Sn as 20, and the other we got Sn as 76. So these will be the two answers for this question.